Unconditional. I'm hanging people in the show, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I am. You know.
Oh, nice.
Holy shit. Like I said, it's not hard for black families in America.
Well, now that he opened the door a little bit, I was a little too scared to ask, but it's down on the sheet that he got in a lot of trouble as a youth, so.
Oh, yeah.
And you changed your life around.
I was in and out of schools, homeschooling, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Like, it was an interesting time growing up.
Interesting.
You grew up where in New York?
No, I grew up in Maryland, like 40 minutes south of Baltimore.
Okay.
And we were in and out of schools, in and out of different homes. I mean, it was, I got in a lot of trouble. And it wasn't until I started wrestling my junior year, I had to earn my way into a regular high school first. And then when I started wrestling my junior year, that I was able to stay in that high school. And I got a wrestling scholarship the next year. I was fortunate that I took to it, and I was very good at it. I still wrestle, actually, when I can. I did a tournament. I did a tournament about...
For Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon. No, not for Vince.
How great was that? That would be a great new character where you pull a pistol and murder every opponent in the ring. And after like 3 weeks, people are like, we don't want to see this guy anymore.
No,
But
you can't wrestle here. You can't wrestle here.
Well, the beauty of a Vince storyline, no one really figures it out. He's still on the wrestling card every week.
Of course, of course. We do a Wire WrestleMania, you know. All the characters on the Wire would be taking on some of these
Off
guys.
the abandoned cars,
Yeah.
top rope.
I want to go see these plays, man. I don't go to see a lot of theater.
Come check it out, the Flea Theater, Lower Ninth. It's running right now. The show is really good. It's got James McDaniels, who was Lieutenant Fancy from NYPD Blue, Gaius Charles, who's Smash Williams on Friday Night Lights, and of course myself, Gbenga Akinnagbe. It's at 41 White Street, south of Canal. The Flea Theater, theflea.org.
It's not one where Jimmy would be sitting there and at the end of the show everyone goes, "There's one of the motherfuckers!" You think, wait, I'm just here to see the fucking play.
No, it's your fault.
I'm just a patron.
Kill that white boy.
I would love to go, but I tend to do this during plays, like during a scene when you're doing it. I tend to stand up and go, I know him! Like, a lot of people have found that distracting, but I mean, a lot of people just kind of go with it, we improv a little. No, it's about me.
Why is this senator in a play?
Say shit, please.
You know, people in theaters, a lot of elderly people go and see theater, and it's wild because they don't necessarily know their own voices sometimes, especially if they have hearing aids.
Oh, damn.
Like, I've been in theaters where people are, like, they'll talk to the person next to them. That person's a bad actor. And it's like real loud. It's like, I think this scene is over. And I mean, just and then, like, the daughter's like, shh. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so funny to see. They
Quiet,
don't know
Grandma.
they're being so loud.
It's funny to see unless you're the actor they're talking about. It's like, would somebody smother her, please, with a fucking pillow?
Yeah, if it's not you, you're like, God, we've been saying the same thing backstage since this thing started, thank God.
It's not just us.
You know what? It's like when I was shooting Spider-Man.
Oh, right.
Of course.
Hey, you were in the blockbuster movie Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, Goodfellas, Spider-Man.
I remember.
You were in Spider-Man?
Well, you know.
He was surly truck driver.
Yeah, I had.
Number one, I believe.
I heard the residuals on there are hot, though. For those movies.
Fucking, I probably made about $8,000 off one line.
See, I heard the
Wow.
residuals are hot on that
Wow.
movie. I know somebody else who had like one line in that movie, and they were getting sick residuals.
I got $1,000, which was higher than for was it $500? It was $1,000. Just I said he stinks and I don't like him, and that was the line. And I just keep getting, I get a lot of checks.
And movies, it's running well. It's doing well internationally. It did well internationally.
That's a huge one.
You know, yeah.
Here, let's get him another royalty check. Here it is.
He stinks, and I don't like him. Yeah, you know, I had to emote somebody
right
stinking in the flesh, right there.
Stinks,
You
and
know,
I don't like it.
yeah, you know how it is when you have to put something out there. You beat people to death, and I just do it vocally. I wish we could put that beating on audio. It's unfortunate that there's no, except for the dull thud of flesh. There's no.
That'd
way
be
to
interesting
convey
to
that.
hear the lead up to it, because we walk into it, we're talking. It's like, I'm like, you like touching boys? He's like, no, and it's like, well, in prison you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm like, yeah, I understand. I mean, it'd be interesting to hear that and not see it.
Yeah.
You fucking savage him.
I still have a hard time watching that scene, actually.
Wow, really?
I was over at some friend's house, and they tried to show it to me, like, just about a month or two ago. I started watching it, and then I was like, I have to leave the room right now.
Damn.
Guys were coming up to me on the street saying, "Yo, what's wrong with Chris?" I think you need to go ask Chris.
And the funniest line, I wish we had the audio, because the way Snoop goes, "Damn, you didn't even wait till the motherfucker got in the house." Like, of all the things he could have said, it was, "Gee whiz, couldn't you be patient?" Like,
Or the one guy who didn't want to be put in the house because his people wouldn't find him, and he said, "There's rats in there," and I wanted to say, "Dude, they're gonna kill you."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
oh, was that the guy who
Face Andre.
that was the guy who he said almost said, "You're not Delta Airlines either." That was the guy. He took his ring.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah, he had to go. He had to fucking go.
You had to go, huh?
Yeah, Marlo had to fuck. He took his ring, and that guy had to go. You knew he wasn't going to be fucking. I think we actually have the audio of them talking. Do we have that?
Which one?
It's Marlo talking. Chris is in the scene, but he's in the back. I'm sorry, Gbenga's in the scene. He's in the background. I'm going to call you Chris, I'm a fucking idiot.
That's all right.
It's Marlo. This guy was robbed by Omar.
Got it.
And he owes money to Marlo. And he's trying to explain that Omar's a terrorist, and you know how it is. He robbed me. And Marlo is basically...
Oh, yeah, he's using the example, like, the government, like, forgave a lot of debts, or they put a lot of debts on hold because of the terrorists and Delta Airlines or whatever. So he's trying to say, that's what's going on. I was robbed and everything, even the government... Yeah.
Oh, shit. You ain't Delta Airlines.
It's not in there, is it?
Oh, man.
Yeah, he went there.
That's a great line.
No, these are all Omar. This is a Marlo.
Yeah, we're trying to find
it. We'll find it. Yeah, it's just a really cool clip, and that guy wound up in the house. I wish there was a way to play that dull thud. It's such. On a break, I'll show one if any one of you guys want to watch it. I know you don't want to get to that point yet, but you got it.
No.
I'm just waiting for one of these guys to show emotion on this show. Just one time. Show emotion for the horrific crap that's going on.
With the kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, the kids. That'll bleed you emotionally. It's
right on.
It's so good. And it was wild is that as horrific as things are on the show, as far as the grittiness of it, it's not near the reality. It's even worse than reality. I've been in these schools in Baltimore. I've talked to these